We're talking pricing mindset, your pricing mindset. This is video 2 in a series of 5, so if you haven't seen the first one, I think it's called Mindset. Okay, this is number 2, it's about pricing. You're a tradie. Price is a big deal, isn't it? You face constant, everyday pressure on your thoughts about price, right? Always downward pressure, unless you're talking to me. So you end up with these kinds of mindset. You're afraid of being too expensive when you're quoting or when you're explaining your rates or your margins to somebody. You're afraid of being called out for being too expensive when you submit a quote, right? Of getting it wrong, of being the guy who doesn't understand how your industry works or how business works. You're afraid of being too cheap, but for different reasons and similar reasons. You're afraid of being called greedy. You're afraid of losing a job or losing a client. You might have a mindset, other people will be cheaper, I'd better try and be cheap too. Make sure I'm not too expensive. Or the client said his budget is X, I'm coming in way over that, I'd better try to get closer. Maybe you're not confident that your rates and margins are fair. Or maybe you're not confident that your estimating is good or accurate. So assess yourself, what's your mindset around pricing? Is it holding you back? Now here's what you need to do, right? You need to charge enough. I'm not suggesting you get greedy, that's not what this is about, but your business needs to make enough to cover the costs of the materials and the labor and the subcontractors, if you have them, of your job, and to cover all the overheads of your business, the vehicles and the insurances and the business coach and all that sort of stuff. And the risks that come with business, the things that can go wrong, the rainy days, the mistakes, all that sort of stuff. And make you a profit on top, right? That's reasonable, right? On top of your wage, you should make a profit. That's reasonable. So you need to have enough margin in those jobs to do all those things. And the larger, as you grow your business, those overheads grow with you as well. You accumulate vehicles and admin staff and things like that. Here's another thing for you. Customers will cry poor, right? That's why, it's partly why you might feel like it's kind of up to you to help them get the price within their budget or some other thing, right? Even though that could be completely unreasonable. They could have pulled a number out of their ass. It's not your job. They're not poor people who need your help. They're almost always people wealthy enough to be improving their property or improving their profits if they're a business. Or there might be landlords maintaining their properties. Inevitably, your work is increasing the value of those assets, their business or their properties, and making them wealthier. They're not poor. Your job, pricing-wise at least, is to price fairly and look after your property, your business. Another point to remember when you're thinking about your mindset around pricing, which is what we're talking about, remember, is that price only makes up about 1/3 of people's and businesses' decision criteria when they're buying something. Other factors are also important. Now, price is important. I'm not saying it's not, but all trades businesses are not the same. And your price for a job might not be the same as someone else's price for a job, and your delivery and the job itself might not be the same. They don't all merit the same level of trust. They don't all build the same relationship. They don't all deliver, or trade businesses don't all deliver the same quality of service, the same quality of build. So think of price in the context of all that when you're preparing and presenting your price. You should do that. If you only focus on the price, you're not helping your customers understand some other stuff that they need, which means they'll guess or they'll assume. Or maybe their competitor's telling them that and you're not, so they'll have his perspective on it. And remember, the price operates in this context. Your price includes the detail of your solution and your reputation and your relationship and the trust and the convenience and, importantly, the risk. So consider it and present it as such. You need to shift your pricing mindset from those old fear-based, uncertain ones about needing to be cheap to confident ones based on understanding your costs and your margins properly and your estimating and your operational delivery. Confident ones based on understanding your competition and how you compare. Confident that your pricing is fair. Confident that your customers are not poor and in need of your help, but well off and getting more well off as a result of your work. That cry of poor is bullshit. You'll need to work, won't you? You'll need to do the work to help you be more confident, right? Understanding your margins and costs and things, and understanding how you compare to your competitors. This isn't a free ride. Work's involved. Coaching will help. Get in touch. Book a call with me and we'll talk about it. And put your hand up for the mindset guide if you want that too. Watch out for 3, 4, and 5. See ya.